Isaac, if you get a chance, can you just hop in to stream? Tell me how audio's sounding. Would much appreciate it.
Oh, I see Slash has disappeared.
Yep. Any notes, Isaac?
What?
Oh, did you not hear me?
No.
I was saying if anybody gets a chance, but Isaac, I know you had it. Can you just hop on my stream? Tell me how sound sounds. Not too loud, not too quiet. I'm trying to fine tune this. I need to get a That's what I should make an element for this. Man, that's I gotta write that down. Okay, hold up. To-do list. For myself. Okay. Is everybody here? Great White, Isaac, Zach, and Path?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. This is episode 35, title Savolich Woods, or The Savolich Woods. We'll go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to be rereading a lot of what happened because you guys are sharing identical timelines, but I've added some stuff on. So, move this off my thing and do this way. Okay. Well, last we left off, meeting fate incarnate and defending the town. They've come to call home. Our party finds themselves captive to a siege. The presence of a god and an insult to Strahd makes for a hasty decision on the Dark Lord's part. Having seen the menagerie come and go as they please, no longer satisfied with the constraints of his home, Strahd begins a complex and purposefully made incantation, not with the goal of leaving Barovia, but to bring everything under its shadow. A desperate attempt made by the menagerie. Generals fall, soldiers cleaved into reinforcements to finish the fight, and a captain's edge to bring it all back. A last-second attempt made by a desperate father and an even more desperate sorcerer leads to a spell going off half-cooked. A massive magical explosion sends our party scattered far and wide to parts unknown. Streaks of red blot out the sky. New places float in the distance. Barovia is changed forever. A land broken and smashed back together. How will our party stop the Dreadlord now? How will they find each other in a land so upside down? For its survival and rest just to get on their feet. In parts unknown, our wizard from the ship, bird thief, and starry-eyed druid find themselves besieged in both health and weather. But tonight our story falls on a different group. Erebus, Pistachio, Garrick, and Hugh find themselves also flung to parts unknown, awaking in a forest surrounded by a lush green unlike most parts of Barovia. What horrors and options do they have to see another sunrise? Let me adjust some sound real quick. It is a uncomfortable feeling, being forcefully moved. For those of you that were on death's door, it is not only uncomfortable, it is painful. I would say having probably the highest constitution, or tied for the highest constitution here, Garrick, you'd probably be the first one to come to... Or no, I'm sorry. Erebus, the only person with any health left in that fight, would probably be the first one to come to consciousness. You see around you immediately blurry vision, much like if you've ever been in a fist fight, if you've ever gotten your head knocked around. It is disorienting. It is hard to place yourself, and it is odd to have your surroundings so forcefully changed in a way you weren't expecting. But immediately around you, it is a lush green. No extravagant colors like the Feywild, no purples and pinks and magentas, but just a lush green grass, vibrant, healthy trees that sway ever gently in the wind. It is an odd thing to see in Barovia, a place normally besieged with gray and muted tones and barely living plant life. It is a momentary peacefulness before that racking pain and headache enters your mind, Erebus, and you are in an unfamiliar place.
I brace myself on like a nearby tree to get up to my feet. Kind of take in my surroundings a bit. Can I guess first things first, I'm looking for anybody who I'm familiar with.
You can give me a perception check.
Uh, 18.
18. Even though just moving is strenuous, it seems that whatever cataclysmic events or things that have happened have sent you all here did not send you, at least the ones around you, very far from one another. I would say biggest and most prominently different, like sticking out, would be you see the rounded back shell of Pistachio. He himself almost kind of like rolled against a tree, but face down, not moving. That would be the first person, and then instinctually noticing, seeing anything else, continuing to scan in whatever directions you move, you size up 3 more bodies. 18, it's not hard to tell you're familiar with these people's gear. Hugh and Garrick also unconscious in various, 10, 20 feet spaced apart. The third one that may catch you a little off guard, though probably not to you given your will inflicted upon it, you see a female figure who seems very, very familiar. She is also unconscious.
I still also a little bit on edge as we just got out of a big fight, can I see or hear any remnants of a fight or battle?
We'll go with your 18. This is still in the same kind of breath. You are in a very dense forest. You can't see more than 30 feet past the tree line before it's blocked by more trees. The sky, however, you notice has shifted to a much more red tone, a very sinister blood scarlet red that it is not it's not encompassing the rest of the colors. You still see the sun shafts, and even though they're muted by Strahd's power, there are other colors present. It is not an encompassing red, but there is just a faint glow, like a sunrise beginning to start on the horizon, but just omnipresent. And then you would notice a rather large landmass, pretty not directly, but pretty close to being above your heads. And it just sits there floating. It looks like a mountain that is being held aloft by an invisible hand. I would say
That's new.
at this point, Garrick, Hugh, Pistachio, if you guys want to give me a Constitution saving throw.
$15.
Fuck me, you have a +8, dog?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Zach, you here? Yep, there he
We're
is.
going.
Natural 20.
Let's fucking go.
Big boys. Okay, everybody got +10. I would say, or everybody got above a 10. I'm sorry. Let me roll for Esmeralda, actually. Esmeralda rolled a 8. I think she has a +3. Yeah, she has a +3. So everybody rolled above 10. I would say collectively, in your own times, however you would like to, all of you can begin to start to come to consciousness. Pretty much all of you, or most of you, were either down or very, very low at the end of that fight. You're all at 1 health, for reference. You all have physically 1 health point. If you were down. If you had more than that, then you had that health.
When I leveled up, I got more health points. Does that count, or should I put myself to 1?
Yes and no. So technically, all my level ups happen on your next long rest. I allow you guys to take the features as they come, but your health and everything else, if I ever leveled y'all up and it was the middle of a transition thing, it always happens at the next long rest.
Okay.
Unless there's extenuating circumstances. I've let them roll past before, but in this instance, you are all at 1 health. If you were down.
Well, Pistachio is going to kind of get up, look around, and just say, "Fuck." And everybody gets 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 health points back.
Oh, okay. Did mass healing word? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mass healing word, level 3.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll worry about that later.
Right, yeah. All of you gain 8 health points. Can you describe what that looks like, how that feels? Here, grab something.
So, Pistachio getting up, just trying to collectively figure out what the fuck is going on. Just says fuck, kind of slams his hand into the ground, and then just this green wave kind of shoots out around him in a circle, healing everybody in our radius. Healing all of our allies in that radius.
Right. You would all see Esmeralda shoot up. I shouldn't say shoot up. She stirs up and then is suddenly aware of where she is and just sort of backs into a tree while not. She doesn't stand. She just scoots into the back of a tree and is a little stunned. Fuck me. Shit. Forgot something.
Kind of using the staff as kind of like a walking stick at this point. Coming on over towards Pistachio. Kind of looking around. And he starts to reach into the bag of holding to pull out, look for. Okay, I guess this is a question. Who has the map of Barovia? Was it Ting?
That's not my realm. Make a
I think
decision.
it's Ting.
Okay, we're saying it's Ting.
And I reach in and I'm like, fuck. I have no idea where we are. Oh. Not like there's any. That wasn't there. And I just point upward at the fucking floating island. Oh my god. Has anybody do you see the rest of them?
She's gonna get up and just kind of look.
Yeah, everybody's within about a 20 to 30 foot area, especially after being pointed out. And
No,
Garrett,
I'm talking about the rest of them.
What do you? Oh, the rest of the party.
Yeah.
In your 18 perception check and the immediate scanning of the surroundings, you have not heard another sound or seen another person that would give you any idea where they are.
As Hugh and Garrick shifted up from their slumber, or are they still knocked out?
He was
Conscious.
opened his eyes, but he's
Yeah.
just laying on the floor staring at the sky.
We have those stone things. Can't we talk to somebody?
Garrett, do you have one of the fucking stones?
I believe I still have it, but
So you had
I
lent
don't
it.
know.
You had lent it to Viper, and
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't think I
Yeah.
ever got it back.
yeah, he had made a point of not giving it back.
I actually don't feel it in my pocket, so don't know who I gave it to. I can't remember.
Great. Oh, I have no idea where we are.
You looking around, talking Erebus, getting more and more information. I'd say anybody that's not just checked out and is looking around. You all see Esmeralda sort of in a fetal position, like knees tucked into chest, just rocking back and forth next to a tree. Silent.
Okay. I kind of like start to use the staff to gingerly approach.
Something. Give me a perception check really quick.
Uh, 10.
10. It's in your hands, so it's not hard to do this. For the first time since you've left the Grove and returned, it was sort of an unspoken thing, something you noticed, not immediately, but as you spent more and more time. Your staff is intrinsically a focus. It's intrinsically bounty. It's not powerful by any means. Is it even moderately useful in most cases? But it is magical. You notice in the forest here, or appears to be after you've landed, wherever you've landed, your staff is somewhere between being fully alive, as it is in the grove, and muted and dead, or less alive, as it has been in the normal cases of traveling in Barovia. There's more color, a few more streaks, a couple more buds present on the staff. It just seems more alive. Esmeralda doesn't seem to she regards your approach, like eyes are locked and then moving around and locking and just like darting around, but she doesn't seem alarmed or there's no change in her behavior to your approach.
Get up, get us probably about like 5 feet away from her. Gotta sit back down gingerly and so welcome back.
There's like the faintest hint of recognition in her expression, in her eyes. But she's just still rocking back and forth, and her eyes are moving 1,000,000 miles a minute. Speaking of which, rolling with a 10 perception, sitting 5 feet away from her. Not all the details, but her skin is paler. She has less hair. And her extremities are longer. Her arms seem almost double jointed.
Surprisingly, you somehow look worse than most of us. Is there anything that you need right now?
And there's like this, despite it not being cold, it's almost like you can see the exhale. There's this like stop, the rocking goes to a frozen stare before she finally moves her arms. I need water. I haven't had any food in days.
Pistachio is gonna pull out some of his rations and hand them over to her.
It's like a rabid squirrel, a rabid dog that sees blood dripping meat. It's like watching 1,000,000 termites eat a log. It is gone in seconds.
Water I can do, and I hand over the endless decanter.
Ooh. Dangerously, you hand it over and you think, okay, that's fine. And about 20 seconds of non-stop drinking goes by, and you realize she's not gonna stop.
It's endless. There's not a
And
bottom.
just drinking, just drink.
You should probably it's not going anywhere. You
About
should breathe.
40 seconds goes by, and she coughs up a bunch of water and stops and is like gasping for air.
Okay, it's endless. There's enough to last forever.
She just hands back the decanter. It's so funny. You have endless of what we had none of. You were all gone for so long. Not in any real sense, but just long enough for everything to fall apart. I don't even know what day it is. My life has been forfeit for weeks. It's the first time I've seen sunlight since you left.
Do you have any idea where we're at right now?
She looks around. The master would go on, and there's sort of a recognition when she says that, and she looks over her shoulder. Right. He would go on and on about plans and what had to be exterminated. He said there was a beautiful forest that was protected by ancient powers somewhere in his land. So I assume this is the Savolich Woods.
You is going to kind of flop to one side, just kind of face towards Esmeralda, and ask, what was the last thing you remember us doing before everything fell apart?
You broke out of prison, or was broken out. There was a riot, a rally. Erebus said a beautiful speech. Everything sort of stopped, and then you were gone, and a massive vessel blotted out the sky. And then that was it.
Right. Well, that gives a time frame of when things went wrong.
It was days. Serena fled, disgraced by your rally. Half the people revolted, more than half said she was unfit to lead. I was unanimously chosen to take over and lead the militia. And then something happened. They have a priest of sorts, or holy figure. There was a bright light, and we sent troops and discovered a bloodbath. People, their necks split wide, their guts hanging from them, sacrificial effigies. It was terrible and purposeful. And then he was there, and it's hard to call it a fight. There was a bloodbath, and she just seems to be coming in and out of, like, her eyes are getting wider and wider and wider, and her pupils are getting smaller and smaller. It's very clearly a stress response. And after, like, breathing a very deep breath, I should be dead. You killed the one who turned me. I don't know why I'm alive.
It seemed there was an imposter, and someone pretending to be you
I know.
tricked us into ending up in that fight.
They spent many days digging through my mind, like endless corridors. They know everything about all of you, anything I knew, and they used it. And just when I thought it was all over, that general, the one who commanded the legions, walked in. I felt a pain like I've never felt in my neck, and I woke up days later feeling the best I've ever felt, but hungry and ravenous. And when I couldn't see myself in the puddle of water left on the floor, I realized my life was forfeit. But somehow, I watched you kill him, and yet I'm still here. And it was your friend, and she looks over at you, Erebus. Your friend that saved me. I heard his voice. Where is he? I would like to thank him.
He's not with us anymore. That was a last-ditch effort by me calling out to the gods to save you.
Oh. I wish I'm both deeply grateful and questioning your decision making. And it's like it's painful to laugh, but a slight chuckle comes out. You had a god's power and you saved me.
At the very least, despite your infection, you seem to have retained yourself.
Oh, I remember everything. Every ounce of blood they drew, every beating, every moment I begged for food, I begged to be put out of my misery, only to be led into a new hell every morning. They didn't break my mind, they broke my spirit. I'd given up ever seeing any of you again. But some twist of fate has given me a chance. Which, speaking of, where are the rest? And she immediately looks over and sees Garrick, and there's like a almost like a getting up, but then just instantly her strength fails. Recognizing Garrick. Where's Ting? Garrick?
Not completely sure where he is.
But he was. I didn't see him in the fight. Was he's still? He was alive, right?
Yeah, I just don't know where he went.
I'm pretty sure he was standing at quite a distance.
Right. Of
He's a
course.
stealthy one.
Of course. I am of no help to anyone. I will find whatever town we end up in. I will just slow you down and cause problems. I'm sure he can sense where I am. And she like looks down at her arms, and there's this like almost like watching a, if you were to watch someone sew something back together, there's like that despite not having sustained a lot of damage, she has cuts and bruises, and you watch as they seem to slowly but faster than normal close in front of your eyes. And she looks down, and there's this like realization it's still there, and she brings her hand up, or her arm up to her mouth, and you watch these in like way bigger than any other vampire you've seen fangs, and she bites down into her own wrist, and there's this draw, and you see it almost like her eyes get more color to them, but then it immediately fades, and the wound begins to close. I'm sure he can. And she like wipes what little bit is on her mouth. I'm sure he can find me. What are we going to do?
Well, right now, I don't think any of us are in condition to travel. I say we find somewhere to set up a camp and rest for a bit.
I've got a solution for that may help. I can set up a safer space for us to take a rest.
That's probably a good idea.
So, would you say there's a 10-foot clearing around us?
Sure. I mean, there's space between the trees. You can find some.
So Pistachio is going to use his final spell slot to blast Lamel's tiny hut.
Oh, let's go. Tiny hut.
So he casts this, in a kind of little dome structure appears around all of us. It's not much protection, but it'll give us something. At least
Just so
nobody
you guys,
can really see us.
Just so you guys know what tax bracket you're in, the wizard got a mansion.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up, but I was like, yeah, no.
Okay. And if I'm pretty sure I remember. You read me the highlights of that spell. Pretty sure I remember.
Casting time 1 minute. Components: a crystal bead, which I got from my component pouch because it has no monetary value to it. It lasts for 8 hours, which is enough for a long rest. 10-foot evasion springs into existence around you and remains stationary for the duration. Spell fails when you cast it if the area is not big enough. Creatures and objects within the evasion, when you cast it, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells of level 3 or lower cannot be cast through it, and the effects of such spells can't extend into it. So the atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry, regardless of weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to have dim light or darkness. No action required. The evasion is opaque from the outside, and of any color you choose. So just a probably try to match the dead whatever is around us. Just a solid bubble of kind of that gray.
So that was the tune shift. As I was saying, you're in the Savolich woods.
Okay.
It is the opposite of the muted grays. It is quite lively,
So
actually.
it's green. So
Yes.
just kind of greenish brown.
Okay.
But it is transparent from the inside, so we can see everything around it.
Yeah, and 5 of you in a 10-foot sphere, plenty of room for everybody to lay down, get their own little spot. It is immediately more comfortable. Everybody that's in it, the temperature change, it's that perfect. I'm not going to tell you what temperature you sleep at, but it's just right for you. And definitely feels a little safer. So if you would all just like to, where you're at, take a long rest, then that is what we will do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will spend an hour casting Find Familiar
Okay. Is this before or after the long rest?
before.
Okay.
And I will try and turn my weasel into a great horned owl,
Great option.
and I'm focusing on that for a while, and whenever the allotted time is up, as I'm burning the incense and focusing on it, and the weasel is now just kind of this amorphous ball of light, get right to the hour, and I open my eyes, and I'm focusing on this great horned owl. I open my eyes to a raven in front of me instead.
Okay.
There's a bit of an upset look on Erebus's face as he sees the raven in front of him.
There's a... It's... You have more than an apprentice level of magic. I wouldn't say master. I wouldn't even say expert. Maybe adept. But you know how to control your own spells. This isn't some far-fetched magic or something, but the presence of a raven, and it's almost like a second look. For a minute, even though you chose this form, or you're choosing the form, and it should be absolute, not only is it a raven, but it's like a second look. For a moment, you swear you see a third eye, and then you blink and it's gone. And there's just an unsettling feeling. But the raven sits there, awaiting.
Just kind of stare at it for a good minute, trying to wrap my head around why it's not working.
It mimics your head movements and what body language it can.
Just kind of deep breath in, that like exasperated, like upset deep breath,
Mm-hmm.
as I just bamf it out of existence for a quick second. Just have to stick your head in my business all the time, don't you? As I just kind of find a spot in the clearing to go. take my long rest.
Despite being a perfectly comfortable and dry interior, a cold shiver runs down your spine. And you take your long rest. Anybody else doing anything in our time?
At the end of the long rest, Hugh is going to produce a new Steel Defender.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any requirements for it. It just says at the end of a long rest if you have Smith's tools.
Correct. Because common misconception in D&D is that you have to be sleeping for the entirety of a long rest. It's just light activity.
Yeah.
So that's a common misconception. So yeah, totally doable.
It's going to be the same, basically the same as it was previously. The
rolling cube from Interstellar.
Yeah. Like a tank trap that can bend.
Yeah. Absolutely. Very practical. Okay. Erebus, you wake up. Everybody else wakes up a little bit before Erebus. Oh, wait. Well, I just said you don't have to sleep. So, up to you if you want, but technically you're gonna... I don't think casting a spell counts as... like, ritual casting a spell counts as light activity. I don't know. But I'm not gonna punish you for the full... I'm not gonna punish you for the full hour, but we're gonna say it took, like, 20 extra minutes. Something like that. You're a little more tired than everybody else after all that shit and then casting a spell. So you'd be the last one to wake up. If you do choose to sleep. But everybody else, if you had any health or new effects, anything you gained from the level up, of course that is prevalent now. Feel free to add it if you haven't. And otherwise, all of you are restored to full health. Long rest is complete.
We leveled up.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I wasn't here for that. Yeah, you're level 9 now.
Cool.
So, if everybody wants to give Zach some time to do some stuff and role play so he can do his level up, if you want, Zach, you can. I forgot to tell you about that. You weren't here for it. I mean, honestly, you don't actually get that. There's nothing like crazy. There's no choice to make at level 9. Just, I think you have 5th level spells now?
Find out.
Yeah, you do.
How do I roll for health?
Are you going to roll for
It
health?
should happen
Or do
automatically.
you just want to take the automatic?
It's giving me an auto 4.
Yeah, it's always going to be the middle, I think. Because cleric's a D8, right?
So I'm trying to find out. Let me go grab my dice.
Yeah, it's a D8.
I believe it does actually do a dice roll. It just doesn't show it to you.
You think it does? I thought it always gave I thought it always gave average.
Yeah,
It
mine's
gave
telling
me
me
like
4.
9 hit points.
Well, you got to remember, you always add your con mod.
Oh,
Do you have a +5 con mod?
I'm +4.
Oh, my modifier is +4.
So you have a +4. I don't remember what artificers are. I think y'all are a D10. No, that's you guys have to be a D8 as well. I think. I
Yeah.
don't fucking remember.
I'll see if I can find it, but
But yeah, if you want to prepare a 5th level spell or anything else, feel free to.
That is a 5. So 5 plus 4.
Yeah.
My HP modifier. Okay.
Did you already level yourself up?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Just remember, it already put your max health up. So if I was you, take yourself back down to level 8, see what your health was, then remember to manage your HP and do that correctly, because 79 is your 9th level health.
Okay, I was at 71.
Okay. So you'd be at 80 instead.
Okay.
If you want, just make it you can do manage and do a max HP, a override max HP.
I don't know why I rolled that. I accidentally clicked it.
2 D20s. Let's go. But yeah, and you do have 5th level spells now. What do you unlock at 5th level? Oh no. Oh, what a terrible day. What a terrible day for the cleric to unlock Dawn. What a terrible day. What a no good, shitty, terrible day. Oh, and he's got hollowed, dude. And he's got hollowed. Oh no, he's got hollow. He can make things hollow. What else am I looking at here? Oh, he can summon Celestial? That's a level 5? Wow, dude. Okay, that's cool. Oh, he's got scrying. He's got scrying.
Yeah, does he have the fucking crystal ball to use it?
Oh, is it what's the fucking components?
It's 1,000 GP crystal ball or mirror.
For him, it's a sunburst pendant worth at least 100 GP.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a different one. Or wait, am I looking at the wrong thing? Oh yeah, totally looking at the wrong thing. You're right. A focus such as a crystal ball, mirror, or water-filled front worth 1,000 GP. You're absolutely right. I was looking at the wrong thing. Anyway, you all, I'll let Zach do his level up in the background. You all come to consciousness, fully restored to health, all features, benefits, spell slots, path, Hugh, your steel defender, in whatever capacity you worked or slept, mixed results, sits there, idling. And Esmeralda you can see on the outside of the hut, and got up at some point, clearly, and has built like a little fire. And you see she's just sitting next to it.
Hugh is gonna. Sorry. Hugh is gonna get up and just head outside and ask Esmeralda, "How are you doing?"
As you head outside, the bubble dissipates as it has reached its 8-hour limit. You didn't do anything. That's just me telling you it's gone. Anyway, Esmeralda, almost hollow-eyed, emptied, but looks up. Definitely not as shaken, but you can tell somebody that's just been through a lot. I mean, you all have experienced and seen your fair share of PTSD. There's like a faint smile that fades very quickly as she holds her hands out to the fire, and she goes, "Better than yesterday, but no matter how much wood I add or how close I get, I'm always cold." What about you? You all have been through, I'm sure, more than I have.
At this point, I have no idea.
All the same, I mean, you're breathing, so that's something to celebrate.
Yeah.
I understand we were all sleeping, but has anybody come up with an idea? I truly am not the best one to be leading anymore.
Well, I suppose it would be head towards some kind of landmark if we can spot one. Perhaps from a landmark we can spot another landmark.
She looks around at the just overtly dense forest that surrounds you. Well, I suppose we'd have to find one first, but unless we can get above these trees somehow. That is perhaps a good idea.
I've got an idea. And Hugh is gonna have the steel defender climb a tree and look out from up
Okay.
there and just point in a direction of something.
How much does
Something
it
that might
weigh?
be a landmark.
It
I
should
don't
list
know
a
if it actually
weight.
says. Let me see. I don't know, but it has a +2 to athletics.
And it really doesn't list anything on the thing.
No.
Hit points, medium construct. Oh, it's a medium. Okay, so it's listed as a medium creature. I can work with that. Okay, it's listed as a medium creature. That's fine. I'm not going to go too far into like densities and shit like that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, give me a athletics check. Yeah.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a +2.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this. The number. Oh, okay. Well, it's a 6
Yeah.
because I rolled a 5. It has a +2.
So it should be 7 plus 2.
No, because I have a -1.
But it has a +2.
Oh, sorry. No. Yes,
Yeah.
it has. Sorry. This is a 7.
Yeah, 7.
I'm
It
stupid.
seems to be struggling. It is built for movement and traversal, perhaps not climbing. It's trying its best. Maybe another 10, 20 minutes it might be at the top of the tree. It's not a terribly big tree, but it is a large... It's large in comparison to the branches it's trying to grab onto. It's just going to take some time, so we'll come back around to
Okay.
it. In the meantime, you see Esmeralda sort of stands and gets a little closer to everybody. I have a favor, and I understand if the answer is no, really. Gosh, this is hard to talk about. My new... While I don't expect to live much longer, I would like to enjoy what life I have. My new form has requirements. I am hungry for something other than food. If anyone is willing, I promise it will be as painless as I can make it, and you will suffer no infections or diseases or anything. And there's this odd, flushed color, embarrassed look on Esmeralda. But you notice that the veins around her face and a lot of her extremities have risen to the surface, and her more monstrous features are beginning to come through. Longer fingernails, darker hair, bloodshot eyes. It is a little bit of a sight to see somebody you're so familiar with look a little more monstrous, seemingly overnight. I don't require it often, but it has been weeks, and I will lose myself if I go too far without any, or if we can find any animals around. That would also work. And
As
there's
far as I know,
Go ahead.
Hugh is saying out loud, As far as I know, a direct bite does transfer infection of the condition.
You would have to be killed by the bite. It is a common misconception I have come to understand. There are many, I don't know a better word for them other than human cattle in the castle that are covered in bite marks. Like regenerating bags of blood, they are not allowed to die. Thus, they do not gain any of the abilities.
Would Pistachio know this to be true from the research that he did at the diner and inn?
Give me history or give me history or religion with advantage.
20 and a 25.
Was that a nat 20?
No.
Last one. Oh, a 19. I couldn't see it. It was covered up. 25. Given the specific research, you would know that it is a common fear, both folklore and just a real fear. That people are scared of vampire bites for simply the fact that they may turn instantly. And for a second, you're like, that sounds right. People get bit and they turn, and then your memory flashes to when you were in the Grove. Iris got bit multiple times, but it wasn't until she died that she began to change. You would also understand a lot of the people you've seen in Barovia have bite marks from attacks, but they're normal. Well, as normal as Barovians can be. They're not vampires. So, all of that to be understood, the folklore seems to indicate that even a single bite could turn you into one. But what you have physically seen as real evidence is that someone needs to die from a bite in order for it to undergo change.
Derek is going to step forward and offer himself.
Well, okay. There's like a shut it, it looks like she was about to start apologizing or offering other solutions, and there's like this like deadpan face as she like realizes you're offering, and she just sort of almost like scratching her arm nervously. She looks at you and is like, are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
Hugh pipes up. Despite the evidence for the bite having to be fatal to carry infection, perhaps we should err on the side of caution and bleed into a cup or something.
There's this it's odd to see someone look disappointed for just a split second, like, and then her face is disappointed for like half a second, and then it shudders back over to like a realization of like, wait, maybe he's right. And then there's this pass, and she goes, this would work, but it is less effective to drink it. I don't fully understand my form yet, but our teeth have syringes, tubes. I'm not sure what to call them. It draws it and disperses it more effectively throughout my body, and it is very hard to drink from them purposefully. I am, of course, willing to accept whatever you offer, but I will need more to maintain my composure. But again, I am at your mercy, whatever you all decide.
Well, Garrick, I suppose ultimately it is your decision.
You think it's a bad idea?
No notes, dude. I have no notes. I have no notes for
It's a
Garrett.
bad idea.
Great White, I missed you so much, man. Like taking his shirt off, like laying his neck over. You think it's a bad idea? Like, just... She seems a little just kind of between Hugh and Garrick at this point, just sort of waiting for an answer.
Let's just do it.
There's like a look back in consideration to you, Hugh.
Hugh just sort of does like a sort of, all right, go ahead kind of gesture.
It's odd to see a vampire blush, but that's the closest thing I can put to it. There's this look of embarrassment, of shame, and then in a sort of unnatural speed, Esmeralda moves behind you, Garrick, and there's this slight press on the... She's much shorter than you, but there's this slight press about the midway point of your back. And then before, even though you know what's coming, it's like a... it's like tripping. It happens so quick that you only realize what's happening, not how it happened. And there's this sharp pain right at the base of your neck where it turns into your shoulder. And then you feel yourself just almost like get weak on one side, like your leg fell asleep, but it's like your whole body's on that side. I gotta roll some damage. You take 19 points of piercing damage, and your HP is lowered for the duration of till your next long rest by 8 points. So not in addition, you didn't lose a total, but essentially you lost 19. Even if you were healed, you could only recover 11. Only the last dice is the actual... I rolled an 8, unfortunately, on the last dice. The last dice is the max HP modifier. And she releases you, and there's like this coldness that, like, it almost feels like your arm is numb, like you've lost circulation, and then it returns a second later. And there's like just a little bit of blood running down the front of your chest, and she moves back in front of you, and there's like you watch it happen in real time, like regeneration. The veins like subside beneath her skin, her eyes get a little more white around the pupils, the veins pop less, she almost seems to get a little smaller, like her vampiric features are being hidden as she is being sated. And there's this she reaches out and clasps your hand like a double over hand and just goes, "You are a true friend. Anything I can do, thank you."
No problem. It's okay.
Thank all of you. Wow, that is very dangerous. And she looks up, and there is, like, the tree has started to sway a bit from the weight of the steel defender in the wind, but you just see its arms pointing out in a direction now, Hugh. It appears to be going... Well, actually, you guys don't have a bearing in direction. It's just going that way. You guys don't really have a bearing.
Well, it's found something for us.
Can it
Suppose we head-
communicate with you? Let me see.
It can't talk.
Let me see. Languages. Understands the languages you speak, so it understands, but it doesn't
It
have...
understands, but it can't speak.
And it
so-
doesn't. And it doesn't have a telepathy thing. So okay,
No.
it understood your commands, and it threw its arm up.
It's
at
pointing in a
building
direction.
or at a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we head that way then.
And it like begins to clamber down the tree, and then it makes it about halfway and just like tung 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 falls and hits the ground. And then it immediately stands back up and just waits.
How loud was that?
Graceful.
Not terribly, because it hit just a bunch of trees, and it's metal hitting a tree, so ultimately it just sounds like something hitting a tree. If you throw anything at a tree, it just sounds like you hit a tree. So it just sounds like branches getting hit. It wasn't terribly loud. I mean, all of you noticed it, but it wasn't like a bang, 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 bang. It wasn't out of place.
It's about now the air just awakens.
Just the subtle hits, yeah.
Well, you're all up. Do we have a plan?
Yep, we're going that way.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Erebus kind of getting up to his feet. That way? Alright.
That way.
And I'll summon Pan, the
Okay.
little raven. Alright, start scouting out that way. You
There's
just see
like
this
the-
raven just start fly that way.
Yeah, there's a head tilt for a second, and it just takes off. Is it telepathic thing?
Yeah.
For what, 1 mile?
Let's see the exact. It's a telepathic connection for 100 feet, but it can go.
So,
a while.
would you want it to stay within that 100 feet, or would you want it to go further?
I'd say it's a scout ahead, so I'd want it to stay in
Okay.
that 100 feet.
You definitely feel the connection. There's there's a familiarity and an unfamiliarity to it. Familiarity in the spell itself, but a strange, otherworldly feeling. But you don't sense any danger through the connection. And you can feel it's, about 90 feet in front of you. So are you all heading the direction the Steel Defender pointed at you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Zach, anything?
Going with them.
Okay.
Sorry, reading a shit ton.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, I just need a marching order. Who's in the front, who's in the middle, who's in the back? Esmeralda is instinctually going to stand wherever Garrick is.
I guess you will be up front.
In the middle.
with the probably with the steel defender actually right at the front, sort
Okay.
of rolling ahead.
Okay. So we got Steel Defender, Hugh, Garrick, Esmeralda. Let's say say Pistachio Erebus. Cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys start walking, and it is odd to not be on a path or on a trail. Most of your time in Barovia has been spent on major roads, at least for the sake of Barovia. What a dirt road is a major road. This is truly just trekking. There are not much land masses or figures that give you any real idea of where you are. The skyline only changes to bring into perception different parts of floating land masses and different streaks of blotted out red. It is alien and at the same time a little disheartening to be in such an unfamiliar place. You walk for about an hour. I would say at this point I'll have everybody make perception checks, and I'll have Hugh make a nature check with advantage to essentially, since Erebus's bird is scouting ahead and you guys are communicating, to avoid any, unforeseen consequences. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say nature. Survival check. We'll take those rolls, but we'll just add your modifier. So
Okay.
double twos.
Mine's the
what's your modifier?
same.
+4.
+4. Not.
Did I seriously roll a double 2?
A double
I did.
2.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Sashio, perception check. Garrick and Erebus, if you guys want to, you can make perception checks.
24 on perception.
24 on perception. Okay. 10. Damn. You know, +6. Shit.
Mine was a. Where the hell did mine go?
Esmeralda is feeling on top of her game. Natural 19.
Mine's 18.
18. That survival check, though. You don't have a direction, so it's hard to say that you're lost. You're kind of been lost. Nothing's changed. But you didn't get any information from your Steel Defender? I would say, Erebus, your bird can probably see. When you first started, you were on track with some sort of distant landmass or shape in the distance. Now, about an hour's passed, you notice you're maybe 15 degrees to the left, heading in that direction, Erebus. Hugh, you are very confident that you are dead set on, and this is the direction you're supposed to be going. However, I'd say anybody above a 10 for perception, so 10 or above, you can just faintly hear the sounds of rustling leaves. Mostly on the left of you. Like something's moving with you.
I'm gonna have the Raven stop for a second.
Okay.
Kind of double back a bit and just kind of try and see what is over to our left.
Sure, give me another perception check using the bird stats.
Fucking matron of Raven's bitch ass. Natural 1.
The bird doubles back and it tries to get a bird's eye view of it, and it just sees the tops of trees.
This is why I wanted an owl, but I decided to roleplay it.
Matron thanks you for for your service.
I just kind of go up to Pistachio. Do you hear that off to our left?
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it too. I think it's been following us for a minute, but I'm not sure what it is.
My raven can't see anything but the fucking tops of trees. I'm not really sure if it's stalking us. Possibly. Could be just nothing. Just be ready, I guess.
I'm on guard. If I had more time, I might have something neat I could do, but I don't know yet.
Okay. So as
Out
far
of-
as I'm sorry, go ahead.
Out of character.
Oh, okay. So as far as your bearing, any changes on your direction? Are you guys going to keep heading the way that Hugh is going?
I will kind of note to Hugh. I think we're off just by a bit from the way my raven was pointing earlier.
I've been following the Steel Defender.
Oh, I mean, my raven can see a landmass in front of us, and we're kind of off to the left a bit. And if that's the thing your defender is
What
pointing
does the
to,
landmass look like?
I don't know what is the MS thing.
With a nat 1 perception check just now, it's big. It's big. It's rocky. And
Yo, Rocky.
looks like it's little over maybe a day's journey away at this speed.
It's a giant landmass. Looks like a slight hill. It's probably about a day's away. I mean, if that's what your Steel Defender was pointing at, I don't really know. Maybe you have a different landmark that my bird didn't see.
You touch to the Steel Defender. Does that description match what you saw?
Oh, this is a fucking conniving way to get around talking to it. Technically,
Just do a little dance if
yeah,
yes.
technically it saw quite a few things. It just went for the biggest one. So, understanding what you know, and it understands what Erebus said because you both speak common.
It's a great
It's
game
gonna-
of telephone.
It's gonna do a.
It does the robot. No way.
Alright, I'll take that as a yes. Alright. Course correction then to that way.
It gives a little salute and then turns 15 degrees to the right and keeps walking. Okay. I'm just gonna do so. If nothing happens, you guys are about 11 hours from this thing. D&D rules for traveling give you about 10 before you push exhaustion. You started at 12. You're already down an hour. Every hour, I'm gonna roll a encounter. That chance goes up or down depending on your perception checks, and depending on Hugh's survival checks. That being said, is anybody going to do anything in these hours as we go on to help this, aid this, worsen this, or anything else you guys would like to do? Otherwise, I just need another round of perception checks and another hour pass and another nature with advantage, Hugh. Unless anybody
Nature or
has.
survival?
I'm sorry, I did it again. Survival.
Nat 20.
Nat
On survival.
20. The course correction seems to be going pretty well. You guys are going to double your time there. You led them through a very efficient path. So what would have taken 2 hours only takes an hour.
Dirty 20 on the perception.
Dirty 20. The figure, whatever it is that's tailing you, is very heavy as you dial in your senses. I shouldn't say very. Heavier than a human. And it has an odd stepping pattern. It doesn't walk. It sounds like it trots.
It's the fucking horse. Let's come back.
I hate how funny that would have been if I thought of that. I'm not gonna do that as a retroactive thing, but God, that'd have been so funny if I did like a necromancy spell that brung things back to the dead and fucking it's come to
The
haunt.
fucking exploded horse.
Yes, it's come to haunt. It's going after the wrong people because it doesn't know where Ting is. It's just going after the closest thing you can think of. Comes up to you in perfect common. Where is the fucking bird? One of the souls of Barovia reincarnated into it.
It's BoJack Horseman.
Okay,
It's a human body.
Let's not.
Fucking
Let's
horse head.
not. Let's not. Now, Diane, I need my couch back. Anyway. Where's JR when you need him, actually? He loves BoJack. Okay. Continuing on. The figure, the presence, whatever it is, seems to keep in tow the entirety of the time. We're just going to go hour after hour unless anybody's doing anything. Hugh, continuing on with survival checks. You rolled a natural 20, so I didn't roll any event for that one. As long as you stay above a 13, we'll be fine. I spoke it into existence. Okay.
Perception 21.
Perception 21. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Isaac, you would, despite, best thing I can describe to it, it's kind of like everybody that lives in the South or in the Midwest, or really anybody that's attuned to being near hurricanes. You can almost smell the weather coming before it hits, and you guys are caught in the middle of a massive downpour. Lightning strikes all around you, and it is a very, very, very heavy downpour. For the purposes of the game, it is going to give you a disadvantage to your perception checks, and if you're going to try to continue to keep the same pace that you're keeping without stopping to, warm up a little bit or just catch your breath and continue to truck through, mud and slippery surfaces, you will suffer a point of exhaustion. You can slow your pace and still keep moving forward, but you will lose an hour. Those are your two choices. Or you can
I guess this is
stop
kind of a
altogether.
group decision.
Yeah, or you can try something else but that's the two I present. Unless somebody has something else they would like to do.
I say we slow our pace. I'm asking the other three people who are here.
Yeah, we could slow down.
Sounds like a plan.
The cold
Pistachio's enjoying the rain.
Yeah, I was going to say, Esmeralda goes, the cold does not bother me as much, but I understand. You guys will slow your pace. You will lose an hour. We are at hour, so going back, you gained one, you go back. We're back to hour 4 now. That is going to go for two sets of rolls, the storm. But everybody else, or if you want to, can make perception checks at disadvantage. Hugh, you can continue to make your survival at advantage. Oh, it was so close. I saw it. It was almost another natural 20. But a
23.
23, pretty good. Despite that one, okay. You have, seeing as you're the only one that's listening for it, the figure is not following you anymore. You have no idea where it is. Hugh, despite the weather conditions, you feel fairly certain. And Erebus, you can coordinate this with your bird. You're still pretty on set, at least direction-wise. You've traveled just under half the distance.
I assume that puts it at 6 hours because of the slowed pace.
Just under. So
Okay.
that was the 4th. Now you're on the 5th hour. And this
I
would
thought
be-
we were doubling it because of the rain.
I subtracted the original bonus that you got from rolling a natural 20.
Oh,
This next one, if you don't roll well, that will contribute to it.
okay.
So, same thing. Perception checks. This will be the last round at disadvantage. And you continue to make your survival at advantage. 21. Pretty good.
Damn. 7.
7. Well, I know what his natural is, but yeah, there is no sight of the figure, no sign of them. They seem to have dropped off the map. You are getting into the 6th hour, but really the 5th. It's the 6th hour of travel, but distance-wise, it's only the 5th. You only suffered a total of 1 hour loss instead of 2 because you had the original bonus. But you're still dead set on. I have no. If you guys don't have anything planned to talk about or do or anything else, you can just roll a check till you get a bad roll, and we'll see how far you guys go. Anything less than a 13, Hugh, and that will prompt something.
Okay. 20.
Another hour goes by.
21.
We're at hour 8. So anything more than 10, and you will suffer exhaustion.
Okay.
So now you're
23.
that was 5, that's 7. So now this is going into 8.
We are in hour 8 right now,
In
towards
hour
9.
8, towards 9.
Oh,
11.
there's an 11.
Oh, it fell off the table. Fuck. Oh, there it goes. Natural 20. Even I don't know what that does. Okay. You break through a set on the tree line, and you notice a clearing. Inside this clearing, a rope thrown over a very, very heavy branch, with a body hanging from it. Humanoid, but old. Still skin, still eyes and hair and figures. They haven't decayed, but it is old and wilting. And it just hangs there, ever so faintly swaying in the wind.
Should we ask this guy for directions?
I think we're past asking him questions.
Oh, ye of little faith.
There's
So I have a fun new toy.
okay.
I can speak with the dead.
Sounds like a great idea.
Hold on.
I said it sounds like a great idea. He goes, wait a minute.
Okay. Yep. Go. Where are you? 3rd level. I'll worry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Speak with Undead at 3rd level.
Speak with dead.
Or Speak with Dead, yeah. Speak with Dead.
Okay. Do you cut him down, or you?
Might be beneficial.
It's up to you. He's just hanging about 10 feet off the ground from a branch.
Yeah, so I guess Pistachio's gonna be like, yeah, we can cut this guy down and talk to him. Just trying to look at the range line. It to answer questions you pose. The corpse must have a mouth. Does it have a mouth?
Yeah, like I said, it's
Okay.
a humanoid.
And you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. Corpse only knows what it knows. Language. Answers usually brief. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. If you guys want to cut this guy down, we can ask him a few questions.
I suppose so.
Let's see if we can get.
I wouldn't stand anywhere near it when it hits the ground.
Okay. So do you guys cut the body down?
Yes.
Whoever decides to, you go.
No.
What?
Try to cut it down, but let it down gingerly.
So cut the rope and then catch it.
Try to at least, yeah, to where it doesn't
It's
break it. Well, I mean, even if it's a head, it'll still work, I guess.
It's even if it's a head, it'll still work. There's the mantra for the menagerie.
And they're just aiming his Eldritch Blast at it, just like, so, do you want it down or not?
Yeah, let's cut it down.
I'm like pointing an Eldritch Blast at it, like the branch.
waiting to hear what's happening.
I'll just go ahead and hit Eldritch Blast the
Okay,
branch that's holding it.
Roll some damage. Actually, roll to hit. Roll to hit first. You need a 8, let's say, to hit a fucking tree.
Nat 20.
Okay, roll some damage. Roll some damage. You hit the fuck out of that tree branch.
Oh, fuck is.
The whole tree is gone, but the branch is still there, and
Yeah,
it just
right.
falls.
Some real Looney Tunes ass shit.
Where's the fucking? It's D10. 4.
4 damage.
Yeah, I mean it's 1 Eldritch Blast. I have another one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, do you just hit it with 1? I mean, what are you doing?
If it's not broken, I'm gonna hit it with the second one.
It has 10 health. Are you doubling this for crit damage or no?
Oh yeah, that is crit.
I was like
damage.
4 on a
8.
crit? Yeah, damn.
Yeah, that's 8. Then
Okay, 8. It cracks and looks like it's about to fall. It needs a little more.
12 to hit.
Yep.
5.
5. You hit right about 5 feet away from it, closer to the branch, and it cracks, and then the whole thing, like almost like ass over tea kettle. The heavy side flips that way from the weight, and then it just slams down, and the body kind of like lays half underneath it, one side of the corpse above the tree branch, the other side below it, and it's just dented and crushed at the pelvis. And the rope immediately snaps loose, as it seems to be very old.
graceful.
Truly.
I'm soaking wet right now. I don't have the patience to be grateful.
So, what are you doing,
Oh,
Pistachio?
So how does
Pistachio's
this
gonna
work? Do you
cast-
do you just talk to it? Do you just answers questions?
Yeah, so we can ask him 5 questions. Usually they only respond with like short responses, sometimes cryptic as shit, but they're usually short responses. They only know what they knew in life, but we can only ask him 5 questions. After the 5th question, he goes back to being dead. You always want to ask 5 questions because it's rude to ask 4 and then just leave the poor bastard here.
What? Why 5? That just seems like we couldn't have designed the spell to ask more. It just seems like an odd number.
It's only 5, not 4, not 6, no more, no less. Shitty Monty Python reference.
Yep, the rhyme.
No one got my joke.
Well, let's get straight to the point then.
I'm waiting to hear it.
Pistachio cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay. What does it look like as you cast a spell no one here has seen?
So Pistachio kind of tucks over himself, lights a little bit of incense, and that smoke just kind of wafts over towards the nostrils of this dead guy. Goes up inside, and you can kind of see a gasp for air, but without lungs or anything. It's just this weird, like, as he comes to life.
Okay. And as he said, a gasp for air that is breathless. It is sourceless. It is like air moving through a wind tunnel, but this hollowed groan as it lurches a little bit out from beneath the tree and then just rests. And there's this like faint recognition in its eyes as it looks at you and just waits. Pistachio.
First question Pistachio is going to ask is just, where are we?
Barovia.
Bastard.
You're gonna have to lean a bit closer to the mic to whisper.
Barovia.
Okay.
Check my noise gate. There we go. Now you guys get all the wonderful sounds of my background.
Pistachio turns to everybody else. It looks like we need to be a little more specific. Do any of y'all, not the dead guy we're talking to, have any suggestions as to what we should ask?
Perhaps ask it what the name of no, that wouldn't matter. Ask it the direction of the nearest settlement.
That's not going to help either,
No.
because we don't know the
Damn.
direction.
Damn, Garrick on the ball here, dude. He locked in. You just sat forward and like, that's not gonna help. Like, just fucking, all right, on the ball.
I mean, if anything, I'm curious as to why it was hanged. out here in the middle of the woods. No one around.
Yeah, that is kind of ominous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
Pistachio's gonna
ultimately
turn her.
doesn't actually help us.
Well, I
I'm just
mean,
curious.
Okay, I mean, that'll leave us with 3 questions, but if you really want to.
it might get us somewhere.
The party falls apart when the when the chance to ask questions comes up.
I mean, realistically, how helpful is this corpse gonna be in finding us a way
He
back
might-
somewhere?
He might say that a guy hung him and he went off to a town that way.
Which way is that way?
Pointing to the left, that way.
But it can't point, it can only speak.
He could say to the left.
Which way was he facing when he died?
Okay, now we're just getting into semantics. Ask the question.
It just like you look over and it seems sadder. Alright guys, it's not a genie. I can't kill you with questions. It's not like I can give you useless shit, but it's not a fucking genie. Like
Hey, I put forward my
Hey.
question.
hey, I like it.
Why were you hanged out here?
How do I answer that? I was betrayed.
I was hoping for a little bit more of like a story. This guy, so dry.
This guy's a man of many words. Okay,
You know what? I probably could find out more information about this just guy going through his pockets, and I kind of pat him down.
Sure, give me a investigation check.
Investigation. 12.
So yeah, you actually find a wallet. The guy lived at 1207 North Raven. No. 12. You find. Okay. 12. You find 7 coins, not gold, silver, or copper, but just 7 coins of a metallic nature. You're unfamiliar with the currency. You find a pendant, a necklace beneath his shirt. We'll get back to that one. And you find a pouch on a belt that probably was food, but is just molted, disgusting mold and a living organism at this point. And you find a set of keys. 2 keys. The pendant, however, give me a... How much does Erebus pay attention to his friends? Friends is a stretch. How much does he pay attention to the people he travels with? Like, really. Genuinely pay attention to.
Huh? Oh,
like,
very much
like
so.
soak in details. Like he likes this color for clothing, and I see him eat this food a lot. Like how specific are we getting? Like general gloss over, or you're like, man, he has this tendency, and he does this, and he does that.
I would say it's not that like fine detail of like I will pay attention to like the little tiny details like that, but like he definitely takes in the
Okay.
people who he travels with.
Okay, then we'll just set this as like a 10 DC. He was. You have a. You have a somewhat consistent way of noticing people. So in that case, give me a 10 DC history check.
This one's been called weird. Oh, it's this one. That is. What is my history? 13.
13. It is a modified symbol, one you've seen before. You look at it, and it's this mostly silver pendant and necklace, but it bears a shape and a familiarity, though slightly altered, to a shield you once saw, or I'm sorry, a crest you once saw, long time ago. It was actually right when you got into Barovia. Belmont had a really similar one from the Flaming Fist, but this one's slightly different.
I'll pocket the coins, the pendant, and the keys.
Okay. Just keep a mark of
Brave, Robin.
7 unknown currency, 2 iron keys from the Savolich Woods, and unknown Flaming Fist pennant. You have 3 more questions.
Do we know the keys?
Are you telling me if you look at a set of keys, do you know where they go?
No, I'm not. I know. I'm
Oh,
asking
oh.
if we know that he picked the keys up out of
Oh,
his
that's
pocket.
that's up to him.
Oh, yeah, I'll make note of it.
The reason I'm
But
asking is, should we ask the guy where the lock is and which direction to go to get to that lock?
Well, I found some coins, Flaming Fist pendant, I think. Looks a little weird. 2 keys, and this guy's food pouch, as I like throw that one away.
It smells rancid.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, he didn't have much on him.
They probably took anything important off of him. Whoever hanged him.
That's probably what they did. I don't know. With how like he answers, I just don't know what to ask him. I just feel like he's not going to be useful.
All right. Well, let's just blow these then. Ask some spitfire questions. Where's the lock that these keys go to?
On a door.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
Gotta be better.
I mean, you can ask who betrayed him.
No, I was just gonna say a man.
Maybe the name of the people who betrayed him.
See, that's a little better.
We're getting somewhere.
Okay. But if we have a name with no context of,
What the fuck it is?
yeah,
We can guess they're around. I mean, he doesn't look that decayed. As long as we have a name, if we come across this person, we know not to trust him.
right. What is the name of the person who betrayed you?
Give me 1 second. So as soon as I saw where this was going, I realized I needed to pull something up. How the fuck am I supposed to be able to spell that? Fuck you. Yep. Oh my god, that is so much farther than I thought it was. Your question was, what was the name of the person?
Yeah,
who
the name of
betrayed
the
him?
person who betrayed him.
They were called the Silver Dragon.
I mean, we got a group name. That's, I guess, probably better than a more specific name.
You infer it probably wasn't just one person that hung him.
Maybe we should ask for a directional question this time.
We're 4 questions deep, and we're like, all right, how the fuck do we get out of these woods?
You pointed out earlier that it wouldn't help.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we could just blow it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not helpful anyway.
Which direction is the door that the keys unlock?
Is that what you just asked, or am I?
That's what he asked.
Hugh just
Okay.
blurted that out.
What? One more time, repeat it.
Which direction is the door that these keys unlock?
That's a hard one. I have to go off of its knowledge, but its knowledge. South. And the corpse. And there's like a final breath, and it rests once more.
Round of applause. That was a real team effort there.
everybody got their one in.
Well, I guess once we get a sense of direction, we can go south.
All right. We're kind of pushing it a bit. Do we want to keep going a little bit more, or?
Yeah, I guess a little bit further. I don't particularly feel like camping next to the dead body.
True.
You can go 2 more hours without exhaustion.
Does anybody have a sense of direction which way we're going right now?
Going towards a giant rod.
I'd say you've traveled far enough now. You can give me another perception check. With your bird.
Oh,
I don't have a bird.
Yeah.
19.
19, okay. The shape has been given a little bit more figure. You see a castle. Bastions and ferments and a front gate and a large sprawling acreage of farmland behind it. It's very it's familiar. Like you've seen it or been there before. I'm not sure where though. You can give me an insight into Erebus's own memory to see if you can place where you've seen this from.
Insight?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have a better thing for recalling memory. I mean, maybe intelligence, if you want to do intelligence or wisdom.
24.
24? For a second, your heart stops. You see a castle, and it feels familiar, and immediately your first thought is, oh shit, we're going to Ravenloft. And then it washes, and you realize, no. It sat on a massive precipice, and there was no forest that close to it, and no, that can't be right. And then there's the final crack of lightning in this storm. It's like it opens in your mind, and you remember the vision that you were granted by Madame Ava and the prophecy. And she spoke of a castle that is ringing familiar in your head.
I really don't like things that play with fate, especially now. There's a castle ahead of us. Me and Belmont, when we went to go see that soothsayer card person, I don't recall exactly. I don't know, I thought she was playing games with us. She put some cards in front of us, told us about a prophecy. The whole reason we went to go find Van Richten was because of those cards. That castle seems familiar. Probably. I hate things that deal with fate, especially nowadays, but we're probably sent here for a reason then. And it has to do with that castle. So, are we still heading there, or?
Something's better than nothing right now.
Right.
Be it fate or whatever. Maybe we can at least find some answers. Try to get back with the rest of the party.
Okay. The other two?
I mean, it's not like we've got anywhere else to go right now.
I'm wherever you want to go.
Oh, I hate this. Just kind of dejectedly keep walking towards this castle.
Okay. As I said, you guys can do another 2 hours without exhaustion, if that is what you would like to do. Hugh, I just need two survival checks at advantage. Okay. You guys make it, and you wager you're a few hours off from this castle. But going any further, especially in the weather you've been through and the trek, would push you into exhaustion. You find a pretty decent spot. It's all forest, but at least enough of a clearing to bed down. Esmeralda immediately begins to collect brush to build a fire.
You can always just tiny hut us again. We can get out of the rain for a little while.
The rain has stopped. There is no
Oh.
there's no rain anymore. God, finally. Don't know why this had to take so long. But yeah, whatever you guys would like to do. Esmeralda's going to work on a fire.
Whenever we're ready to rest, I can cast the tiny hut again and offer us some extra protection for the night.
I'd like Hughes just do like maybe half an hour of just like investigating the area.
Okay.
Just see if there is anything at all here.
Okay. What are you looking for in particular? Just like, and how far out do you go?
Not particularly far out, just like the immediate area. Not looking for anything in particular, just like rummaging around, seeing if if anything happens to be here.
Okay, sure. Give me investigation or perception, either one.
21.
21.
Investigation.
You rolled a natural 1. You hadn't paid much attention to it before, but you had listened to everybody talk about it. The figure that had been following you is somewhere nearby. You hear sounds passing. Not in a threatening way, but someone is definitely watching you.
you kind of like sort of looks back and forth in the like vague direction he thinks it's going through. And he's just like, why are you following us?
You just say that out loud?
Yeah, he just sort of says that out loud in the direction he thinks that whatever it is in.
There's no response.
Is there any indication at all of anything?
I mean, other than a deathly silence, anything you had heard before stops, like someone who would get caught.
Hmm. Well, not wanting to wander off into the forest on his own, he was going to head back to the rest of the group.
Okay. Do you tiny hut, Zach?
Yes, I'm going to tiny hut.
Esmeralda purposely made the fire a little bit away to give you room to put it down.
Okay.
But she finds her place in it. Is everybody going to sleep? Is anybody standing guard, standing watch, or is everybody just going to sleep? Or doing anything else?
We have the sentry that can keep watch, right?
Sure.
Yeah, the steel defender outside. Otherwise, sleep.
Okay. Would anybody like to out themselves as a light sleeper? If not, I will need a perception check from everybody. Actually, he's not.
I mean, we've all been on.
What's up?
Did everybody notice earlier when we were being followed?
If you
The
told
rustling in the trees and all of that?
Anybody who went above an 8, he wasn't stealthing, just following.
Yeah.
And anybody who talked about it.
I think because of that, we would all kind of be on somewhat more of an alert.
You can only be so alert when sleeping. That's why I said, did anybody want to out themselves as a light sleeper?
I don't know. Pistachio's also inside of his shell right now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was just figuring something out. Man. Why can I not find this? There it is. Jesus Christ. Why was that so hard? Okay. About 4 hours in, about halfway through your long rest, you all, at various states, wake up or come to consciousness to the slow but rhythmic thud on the outside of the tiny hut. Just over and over again.
Get up. Look over. We could see out of it.
You can see out of it.
Yeah.
It's dark, but not as dark.
Pistachio's gonna change the lights to dim.
Okay. You see his head is down, but you see a almost like leather destroyed by the sun cowboy hat, but not the traditional, furled up on the side, just kind of like Indiana Jones style. Tattered, a scruff muzzle of white hair that sticks down below it, a shovel affixed to his arm, like he's resting it on his back and leveraging his arm like this. And in his hand, he's holding what appears to be the upper torso of the body you questioned. And to the direct left of him, a jet black horse that is just sitting there staring at the bubble. And you notice at the end of its mouth, it's holding the other part of the torso. And he's just knocking with his other free hand.
All right. Anybody else want to take this? I don't know what to say to this person.
Pistachio's gonna walk over. Can I help you?
Are you in the bubble?
I'm in the bubble. I'm not leaving the bubble.
I don't know. What does it say about sound? Like how accurately it passes through?
I don't see anything around you.
Same.
Spell fails when you cast. Yeah, I'm not leaving the bubble. One of them can leave the bubble.
Right.
I can't leave the bubble.
It says creatures and objects. I'll say this. This is how I'll do this. You're quite confident you can speak out of it, but since he wasn't granted access, you hear muffled words after you. What'd you ask? Can I help you?
Yeah.
You hear a muffled voice, but he does stop knocking, and he takes like a couple steps back.
Would Hugh be able to see the steel defender? Is that still around?
I assumed it was in the tiny hut with you. Is it outside?
No, it was outside.
Yeah. Then sure. I mean, yeah, you can definitely see it. Sure.
Okay. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
Wherever you left it, is it just like sitting outside by a tree, or just like outside the bubble, just sitting somewhere? Is it posted up anywhere?
It was kind of just like, I'd say standing guard, but evidently it didn't do a very good job of that.
Oh,
It's standing guard, but I kind of never gave it an instruction to do anything.
Right. It hasn't detected a threat. It just sees a humanoid that isn't doing anything.
Holding half of a dead guy.
You guys were talking to one.
Pistachio's gonna turn around. I can't go out there and talk to him. If I leave, the bubble pops. But if one of y'all want to go out there and talk to him, or at least pop your head out, you sure can.
I can talk to him. Esmeralda pipes up. Worst case, I won't need to eat tomorrow. And she kind of like looks around for any objections.
Fine. I kind of like stand up and just fucking shove my head and only my head through
Give him a
through the thing.
perfect thing to just go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You shove your head through, and he
Uh,
looks to the left, just kind of eyes, still face down for the most part, but you can see more of it. It's a older human male figure.
It's late. I'm tired. What is it? Are you upset that we cut it down?
It's bad fortune to leave bodies. We bury our dead or burn them here.
We found it hanged and cut it down. And to be honest, I don't know if you can tell from me, I'm not from around here.
Technically, from his your top half, you wouldn't be able to tell. Oh, the horns.
I have
the
horns.
Yeah, the horns. Yeah, the horns. Still, you disturbed it. Seems only fitting. Should lay it to rest.
Will this get you to go away so we can sleep?
He gives like a slow nod.
I kind of pull my head back in. He wants us to bury the fucking thing or burn it or I don't know.
Give him a shovel and he can go do it.
He's holding a shovel.
He's
Fine.
already holding one. I think he wants us to do it.
Tell him he can go do it.
Hugh just groans, just goes, fine, grabs his shovel.
Vindication.
And gets up. Sort of is gonna walk out sort of like to like the first like tree, like that kind of distance, and just start digging. And have the steel defender like stand next to him.
Right. You see him pull on the reins of his horse, and he sort of, and it walks with him in tow, and the horse lets it out of his mouth, drops the lower bit of the torso, and he unslings the shovel and the body, and just starts to help you digging. About. Do you try to dig like a full size grave, like 6 feet deep?
Full size in like width and length, but maybe not quite 6 foot deep, like 4 foot.
Just enough to get it an even spread.
Yeah.
Okay. About an hour passes then, and it's two of you. I'd say 30 minutes actually. You guys are working, and he positions the body, and then positions the torso. You guys cover it up, and then at the end of it, he just sort of looks up. Nice to see folk are still respecting traditions. Where are you headed?
Location unknown, but that way. He just points in the direction they've been walking.
You're heading to the castle. Ain't been a live person out there in quite a sight. But specters and ghosts haunt those halls. I can tell you're not from around here. Much like myself. I see you've got your bubble there. If you're in need of more permanent accommodations and perhaps some information, I have my home not far from these woods. I am the keeper of the graveyard for the castle and its surrounding villages. Do you intend to harm anyone?
Don't have intent.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah, I haven't finished the sentence yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
we don't have. We're not seeking to harm anyone. We'd defend ourselves if attacked, but
And the whole time this guy's been talking directly at you, you've seen glimpses of his face, but he's been like purposefully, hiding almost as best that he can. And the entire time he's talking to you, he's just sort of half looking at the ground, keeping his eyes from being able to see you. And he just goes, "That's only fair. Do you know the best way to get there? Are you in need of guidance?"
up until this point, we've just been trekking in pretty much a straight line. Yeah, I suppose if you know a better route, that would help.
As I said, I am the keeper. And since you say you have no ill intentions, I can lead you and your friends to the castle or to the village. Though it is empty and its citizens are long gone, their souls remain. I ask that you don't disturb them on your travels. Please.
Understood.
And he looks up for the first time. When you said understood, was that like you're agreeing with him, you're not going to, as best you can?
Yeah, agreeing.
Okay. You telling the truth?
Yeah.
He looks up and you just see faintly out of the cut of his hat, his eye is like a rolling black smoke with just a line of fire, and he blinks and it's gone, and you feel like a shiver run down your spine. I'll be here in the morning to lead you to the castle. Sleep well.
Very well. And you will head back into the bubble.
And your steel defender kind of backs up a little bit closer to you and still remains guard outside the bubble. And you see, last thing any of you see is he just sits down beneath a tree, kind of tucks into it, takes his hat, puts it over his head, just lays to the side, and you watch his horse kind of kick over and then lay down next to him.
You now back inside the bubble is going to say to the group, well, he says he's the graveyard keeper for the castle and its nearby town. He says he'll help guide us there in the morning. And his only request was that we don't disturb, I believe he said, the souls that reside there.
He's gonna guide us to the town.
Yeah.
Or the castle, your choice.
So it's a haunted castle.
I guess.
Great.
Yeah.
They're given the request to not disturb the souls. Perhaps they won't disturb us either. She kind of gives a shrug.
It seems like hopeful thinking for us.
Sounds like something we shouldn't even take our chances on.
Erebus, are you like looking at any of this at all, or are you like eyes shut talking?
I'm looking.
looking?
I didn't go back to sleep.
Okay. Do you have line of sight on the figure? Would you say you're like looking at him through the bubble, like even if like off to the side of your view?
Probably not when I was like first awoke, but now that I am awake, yeah, I've been looking, making sure there hasn't been a fight.
Right.
Spontaneous.
As you sort of relish and like you're like, oh shit, fucking haunted castle and all this bullshit with fate. You watch a single raven come and land next to the figure, and it just stares at you.
Just a slight twitch in the facial features. Kind of just thinks to himself when he'll be able to make his own decisions again. And goes back to sleep thinking that.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything or continuing the long rest?
To do it. Sashio's going to
lay
continue
back
the
down.
long rest.
Okay. You all take a long rest. Anybody, Garrick, you can restore your max HP and HP. And you all wake to a somewhat warmer morning. The bubble is already down. And you see the figure is still just laid, head a little bit. He's a little bit moved to the side from when he was when he initially went to bed. Erebus, the only shocking thing that for you, and I guess really everybody, but it's especially a little bit horrifying given your thoughts going to bed last night, the tree where the figure is sleeping, as opposed to the luscious green oak leaves that it has, it is a polka dot of black, as hundreds of ravens have begun to nest and sit on this tree. And as soon as you wake up and realize that there's a and they all just scatter and break open, and the figure sort of wakes just a little bit and rouses. And you watch him get to his feet. He puts his hat back on, and he just sort of stands there.
That's not ominous.
Erebus, seeing this, he's thinking about home. How it feels so far away, even though he was just there. He takes out the pin, his little pendant. He's never worn it, really, outwardly. It's always something he has to, like, dig in his pockets to get. He doesn't like being that flashy when it pertains to his status. He kind of takes it out, looks over it a bit, and pins it on his actual tire. Let's go to a haunted castle.
The figure steps forward. You watch him again. He just pulls on the reins, and there's just that ticking sound, somebody pulling a horse. And he walks up to you. You sleep in odd conditions. What are your intentions in Castle Argenvost?
Intentions? I'm not sure if I have intentions. I seem to be getting pulled there by things that seem to want me to be there. I'm not sure what we'll find, but apparently it's important.
We all answer to the higher or the lower. It's just a matter of whether you're alive to do it. I don't sense evil in any of you. At least, nothing truly evil. Very well. And he raises his head after all this, and that same, just for a brief second, there's like that cloud of black smoke and that singular line. And he extends a hand out, and the voice changes. I was kind of slipping into it by accident a few times. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. The name's Jason Slade. And he sticks a hand out. Sorry for the weird introductions. Sort of comes with the territory.
Is he sticking it out towards someone or just in general?
Erebus.
Okay.
Erebus puts his hand forward.
Nice handshake.
Erebus.
Pleasure to meet all you. I understand I'm to lead you to the castle. I'm not sure why you would want to go there, but it's none of my business. It's quicker if we move this way, but just keep up, don't fall behind. You all ready to move?
Yeah.
Very well. And he climbs onto the back of his horse, and he just begins a light trot forward through the trees. And is everybody just following him?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's closest to him? Who's walking like right behind him?
I'd say Erebus's disposition probably has him furthest.
Okay. Who's closest? I need a volunteer. Or we're gonna
I'll
start-
take point.
Okay. Pistachio, the turtle, funny enough, in the front. It's not long before just that walking turns into that weird, awkward silence with somebody you don't know. Before it cuts through, and he goes, "So, what are you all doing in this hellhole? Can't be that you want to be here, right?"
No, not by choice. Just trying to figure a way out of this place.
Out of Barovia, or just this forest?
Right now, both.
Well, I wish you luck on the country. The forest, not so hard once you know the way, but good luck on the country. Can't rightly say I know what year it even is.
How long have you been in these parts?
Oh, Savolich Woods, I'm into my third decade here. But, Barovia in general, I think I'm getting close to 80.
Man, it's a long time in a place like this. So,
Longer
you,
than-
you know these woods pretty well then.
Oh, yeah. I was, here during one of the revolts, and when the castle was first built and the villages began to populate, and the Silver Dragon took in new members, and it was quite a sight. It was first time there was hope in the valley, and it lasted for a while. And I hunted. I was a carpenter back in those days. I had a family. We spent many nights in this forest. It's good game, good place to live. Really, it's one of the only places that feels alive. But of course, that had to end as well.
Did you say the Silver Dragon?
That I did. You got a hell of an ear back there, big fella. They're holy men. I don't much subscribe to it or listen, but there were holy warriors that were in service of some group. I couldn't tell you really what was, but they kept a lot of evil things at bay and protected us. They were wiped out a number of years ago. That's the castle you're going to, is their stronghold. Nobody who goes into it really ever makes it out, so I advise caution.
Are there any occupied villages
Oh, there's
close to us?
sadly not really. The druids occasionally come in to trade with me. They give me healing salves and basic furs for the winter, but I don't much have to offer them other than the occasional Vistani that comes through. I can trade some alchemical ingredients, or a few times they've needed bowstring. But every now and then there's the witch. She's a necessary evil, if you will. Protects a lot of the forest, but haven't seen her in a few years. Your nearest village is probably going to be Barovia or Kresk, but that's quite a ways. I mean, there's nothing. We're really kind of out here. They built this castle to be as far from him as they could be. They needed a place to regroup and gather their strength.
Kresk is the town we were in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, you go a little to the east, you got Valaki. That's a good trading village. But like I said, we're quite far away. You're at least 3 days on foot. Well, no, probably 4 days on foot, 2 days on horseback, assuming weather permits and you don't run into anything.
From either village?
Kresk is a bit further, maybe 5 days, 4.5. Barovia's about the same, maybe 4.5.
We ended up slap bang in the middle of nowhere then.
What do you mean ended up?
Yeah, is there
Well,
any
we
like
didn't-
weird magical things about this forest?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's no secret the castle's haunted. Its inhabitants refuse to. Well, I don't know what they're refusing. They're still there, though. You can hear them wailing and fighting and screaming at night sometimes. And well, this magic, this forest is. I'm not a learned man. I don't know much. It's protected or something. It's different. I'm sure have you been to other places in Barovia? You know, you've seen how.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were in Kresk, and I practically felt like I was dead, and I'd woken up here.
I did see a light in the horizon just the other day, actually, towards Kresk. It was blinding, and the ground shook, and now there's all these things floating in the air. I guess y'all had some part in that. But
We had an encounter with himself.
well, count your stars, you're alive. It's rare anyone sees him and keeps their breath.
He was trying to perform some kind of ritual. We interrupted it
Well,
and then woke up here.
I don't know nothing about rituals, but the world has definitely changed. There wasn't floating islands, and the sky wasn't red. So maybe he got some of it done. But no, you're quite a ways away, which is probably a good thing. This forest is one of the safest places. As I said, it's protected by the spirits of the land. If you have ill intent for the creatures and the spirits and the balance of the world, well, you won't make it out of it.
Have you seen anybody else out here?
Oh, when? I mean, not recently, no.
Not recently.
Maybe a week ago, some Vistani passed through on their way to Valaki.
No birds.
Like ravens or eagles or hawks, falcons. What? I mean, just any birds.
Kenku.
What's it? I don't think I know. What does that look
Don't know
like?
what that is.
No, can't say I heard of that.
Well, he's a part of our group. It's just we lost a couple of our people.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Kind of separated.
I don't know where they are.
Yeah. Him and a couple others. I don't know if they were put here as well or if they were somewhere else.
Well,
But if you haven't seen them, they're probably somewhere else, which that's not good.
there's strange things are happening. I wouldn't rightly know. I must ask, do you have a place you're staying, a residence? It's, it's no secret the graveyard's pretty lonely. I could offer you all homes. They're abandoned for you to stay in. Should you finish your business at the castle, it's only about a half mile away from it. But it is a graveyard. I can understand if that's a no-go.
To be honest, we were only heading to the castle because it was the biggest landmark we could see from where we were. I don't know of anything we actually need specifically from the castle. We're mostly hoping to probably get back to Kresk. Is Kresk the town we were in?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. I don't. It's hard to explain, but there's a. The only reason I'm talking to you is because whatever the druids and the witch did to me all those years ago, didn't think you were lying. And it seems to want you, or think that it's important you go to the castle. Now, I'm not going to make you, but one of you said something. I don't know what it was, but I wouldn't have that in my head for no reason. I know that doesn't make much sense, but nothing around here really does. It's your choice, of course. I believe every man is free, and he looks over, and woman, of course. But if you're heading back to Kresk, you got 4 days of journey in front of you, maybe 4.5. I'd recommend finding some horses, even wild ones, if you can tame them. And if you need food or something, you could try looking through the villages. I can help you hunt. But be prepared for walking back. It's a hell of a walk. 4.5 days, assuming everything goes right. And in this town, in this place, it almost never does.
Perhaps the spirits can help.
I've never been inside. I don't know what it's like. About 2 hours passes in all of this conversation. And it's not long before the forest begins to give way to a road, a cobblestone mixed gravel road. And you see if I can pull up my goddamn page. Hello? There we go. One second. As the force begins to break and give way, you see, like I said, the cobblestone and gravel begins to form as you get onto a road that you come out at a bend in it, and it seems like one of the bends seems to snake back along, and you can vaguely see in the distance maybe more structures, probably the graveyard he was talking about, but then to the right, further closest to the path, you see, it looks like almost an old mansion, but it's protections and bastions and gates, and the architecture give it a much more foreboding look, and you quickly understand it is not just a big house, it's a castle, high above as you come around it and get more of a what am I trying to say, like in front perspective view of it. He's just winding you up the road. You see the road dips down high above a valley where a river passes through. I'm going to read this word for word because I want Argynvosh to be a carbon copy for another reason, but that is odd that that's how they write that. A quiet promontory, that is a new word for me, promontory upon which looms a sepulchral mansion. God fucking D&D. Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third part of the structure has collapsed and has only part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding structure. Out of the fog, a distant but quickly accompanied howling of wolves in the woods below, but the house stays silent. The castle stays silent. A fossilized remain of something long dead. Now switching to mine. All of that, but what's most apparent, especially for Erebus, why did I get rid of that? One second. Okay. What most rings out almost like a not painful, but jarring memory is the card described to you, Erebus. I see a fallen house guarded by a great stone dragon. Look to its highest peak. And almost like reading a painting, because of the picture in front of you, you see a stone figure, what used to be a fountain filled with water, now dried, and a circular roundabout for a wagon sort of driveway. But you see a stone dragon sculpture sitting out front of a massive gate that is fallen and broken in pieces, but still very clearly a dragon. And you see various dimness of lights in the windows. You see blue shades pass and come through, and there is this almost cooling effect, this cold, as you get closer. But the castle is large and foreboding, and as it rings in your head, look to the highest peak, you see a single, in the middle, octagonal tower that sits high above the rest, and a almost glass-like observatory at the very top. And it's just it's a recognition unlike anything else. Well, this is as far as I go. I wish all you good fortune. If you need a place to stay, just head down that road. And he points back kind of to the bend you came through, about half a mile that way. It's graveyard. Just I got a large cabin about dead center. There should be some fires on. Just if I'm not around, I'm probably out hunting. But you're welcome to stay and make use of it.
Thank you.
Of course. And he pulls on the reins and kicks back the other way and just sort of gives a nod to each of you. And then he kind of picks up a little bit more speed. Heads on down the road.
It's like a sick feeling, almost, as like Erebus realizes, like, puts two and two together. Don't ask me to explain it, but I think we need to go up there. And I point to the top of the tower. There's something up there. We need it.
Well, his only rule was not to harm the spirits, so see if we can get through this peacefully.
Okay. So you guys just walk up to the front gate, or what?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. I need a marching order.
I'm in the back.
Okay. Esmeralda's next to you.
I guess he'll go up front, given he said that.
Okay.
I'll be behind you.
Flagstone steps, flanked by stone railings, climb to a landing in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argenvost. You have about 10 steps in front of you to the door.
I guess Hugh, being up front, walks up first.
Okay. As you step on the first step of the landing, the dragon statue in the central fountain turns its head, opens its mouth, and exhales a 60-foot cone of harmless, cold air, and then closes its mouth. The doors click and just open slightly.
Okay. Hugh is going to sort of... Yeah. Hugh is going to put down the hailstorm repeater and his knife and shovel at the base of the steps.
Oh, like
As a,
de-equip them?
yeah, like I'm going to put them like as a sign of like we're not here to attack.
Okay.
And then proceed up the stairs, sort of
Okay.
hands like visible.
Okay. As you step forward and push the doors open, it takes a minute, and it's like pushing a rock up a hill. It's really, really hard, but once you get the momentum going, they kind of give way and they open up forward, and you're immediately greeted with this large. It's very similar to the mansion you were in, the Abbott's mansion in Kresk, but it feels different, as opposed to the disgusting but still alive that the Abbot gave off because of the near presence of the town and the fact that it had just happened. This room feels like a tomb. A grand staircase sits up to 2 stone balconies, held aloft by pillars and archways. Faded tapestries depicting noblemen in silver armor hang from various spots throughout the room, over windows, over your door, over the balconies. 6 sets of double doors lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of very regal looking figures. A 4th statue has been knocked over, and its shattered remains almost form a mosaic pattern on the ground. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang like the jagged metal and the old wax burned into them, almost looking like monstrous spiders. There is a... First of all, is everybody going in by... Is this just Hugh? What's everybody else doing?
I'm behind you.
Everybody following in?
I will say I'm going to have the steel
following in.
defender guard over the stuff I put down.
Okay. Does anybody else put down stuff? Or just you?
Oh, will we have weapons on me?
He said, I am the weapon.
So I'm just going in.
Okay.
Stashio's going in as well.
Okay. Garrick, you following
I'm
in?
also going in.
Okay. Did you say you put your sword down? It's up to you. I'm not saying that's what I thought I heard.
No.
Okay. Esmeralda follows suit and comes in behind you. The doors slightly... They don't shut all the way. They look like they had a mechanism that was supposed to work, but it doesn't work all the way. The doors don't really shut. And there is a cold chill of air that like passes by all of you, like you're chewing gum and drinking cold water. Imagine that feeling, but just passes by all of you. It's brisk cold air, not painful, just a little alarming. And then there is a few fire pits that light up. Like they're all supposed to, but they don't all make it. And instead of your typical yellow fire or orange or red, it is a sultry, sad blue. Still gives light, but it's a little more depressing. It's a little more fragile. And the wind begins to pick up in the room, and the tapestries kind of billow and blow. And the structure, dust falls and settles, and then through the collapsed part of the roof, just slightly, you watch 3 ravens fly in, and they all just rest on the chandelier, and they just begin looking around, not doing much else. And then you hear a low, guttural growl, like resonating through the structure and the floor below you. You just hear a and then, does anybody speak Draconic?
Nope.
Nope.
In a language you don't understand, words and phrases and sounds, Akrashanavak Orati, just various words you don't understand thrown at you, and a few more fires light. And one of the ravens darts off and lands on a door, and stops, looks around, moves, flies off, lands on a different door. And then the other 2 break free and just begin to look around the room. And then the shaking subsides. And the fires, one by one, die out.
Okay.
What's behind door number 1?
Which door do you go to? There are 6 sets of double doors. Give me a direction. You can go close left, far left, close right, middle right, far right. Or you can go up the stairs.
We down for a little exploring, or do we just want to go straight to where we think we need to go? Because that wasn't ominous at all.
Depends. We were told not to disturb the spirits, so that was the guy's one rule. So it's just a matter of, have we already disturbed them by being here, or
Okay, when have we ever followed the rules?
that's a good point. But I feel like pissing off the one guy who was nice to us out here wouldn't be the greatest idea.
Was that voice just just around us, or was there something actually
It was
where it came from?
Omnipresent. The ground, the air, the building. It
Can you
seemed
repeat that? I just kind of say out to the ether.
It seemed to originate first from deeper inside and then quickly encompassed you. So it came from deeper in the castle, but it quickly encompassed you. You just say out loud, can you repeat that?
Yeah.
In common?
Yeah.
Give me a charisma check. Persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
17.
The ground rumbles And then I need a Constitution saving throw.
25.
There is a sharp pain at the base of your neck. And then it's gone. In an instant. It's like somebody came up behind you and just flicked you on the back of the neck. And then it's gone. And you look around, you see nothing. And the ground rumbles one more time. And then in perfect Sylvan, you hear, "Why are you here?" Anybody else who speaks Sylvan also hears that.
Nope.
It just feels a little weird after hearing Sylvan for the first time in like a long time.
Long time.
And then he's Sylvan back. We were sent here by a fortune teller she gave us a prophecy on how to help this land, and there's something here atop of that tower, that's all Tagnol Tower, that could help.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
We don't really want to disturb anything here. If we just seek whatever is at the top of that tower.
And another tremble. And you hear, this is a mixed dialect. It switches from Draconic to Sylvan back to Draconic. So you hear Voshinakar, Ikator.
If I hear Draconic, I will cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. You like the second it happens?
Pretty much. It's a action.
Okay.
It's a tattoo.
So you make it about like, he makes it like 2 seconds into talking. It goes from Jakara to and it starts to switch over to, I'll say Sylvan because he was going to mix more Sylvan in, so you would just comprehend it as it flows with Sylvan. You catch the beginning of him saying, test their hearts, see where their loyalties lie. Let truth be their beacon, for if they find in their hearts a true cause, let them light, or let it be light. Let there be light. I don't know how I forgot let there be light. And that slips in, and then the Sylvan that comes through that you still comprehend is, proceed, and we will see who you are. And it rumbles.
I was able to decipher what was being told to us, I think. Seems to want to test us to see if we are worthy. Told us to proceed forward.
guess towards the tower then?
I suppose.
Keep the creepy, ominous voice waiting, then.
I guess up the stairs. It's a tower, so we have to go up.
I don't have. I was hoping to find a good stopping point, but I don't really have one. I am gonna need to call it for tonight, fellas. I gotta be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so we're just gonna end there at a good point. It's 10 o'clock anyway. We're getting there. Didn't find a good ending point, but that's fine. So we're gonna call it there. Good session. Good session. Made some progress.
The progress.